Hey guys, this is Tauna, and today we're going to be looking at Tournament Arena, and I'm going to be teaching you a little bit about it. I'm going to talk about my team that I'm using, why exactly I'm using them, and what they kind of bring to it, and basically going through a match and kind of showing you exactly how we go about it. So my team that I am using currently is kind of going around Thaddeus and his passive here. If you don't know, his passive boosts heavy weapon damage, which I'm kind of going heavy into to try and see as to how it exactly works. I thought I'd trial it out this way. And he does some amazing stuff. For a start, he has a massive range, especially on his special here. This covers the whole map, which immediately throws out the enemy's like danger gauge, because they can't see exactly where you're going to hit or anything, because hey, he's going to have a massive range. He's also got a decent range on this, like he's got 3 range there, he's got this is his melee range, but here the 3 range there, blast, and it's not too bad. Like his auto attack's not too bad because it does take out any scarabs if you happen to come up against scarabs, because it hits 3 times with the 3 range, so it's pretty good for that. And then from there I've kind of built a team around him because I wanted to kind of use Calandus as well. Calandus is here because she is obviously heavy weapons there, but also does an insane amount of damage, especially with this, and her reposition here is insane, broken, I would almost say, within the tournament arena, because she's able to use this to be able to capture 2 objectives potentially, as well as take out an enemy. So that's really, really helpful. She's also got this anti-melee stuff in case they do have someone like Harkin or something like that. So that way she's able to be able to stop them there. So that's 2 members so far. I've also got Athena as like the only kind of non-heavy weapon character here, because of the fact that she's got insane amount of range. She's got 5 movement there. She's got piercing damage here, which allows her to be able to take out any of the scarabs as well. This isn't too bad, but she also gives a lot of crit damage there, as well as extra damage to Aldari. So again, kind of buffing up Calandus there. We've got Certus as well. It's another heavy weapon sniper, so we've got the 2 Overwatch to be able to scare people away, and I find that he works pretty well. I haven't even invested all that much in here. I haven't invested too much into his abilities or anything like that, because I just use them in Tournament Arena. And if you don't know, in Tournament Arena, they actually cap out the characters and stuff. So you don't need to invest super duper heavy into gear or anything like that. I believe it's like up to Iron 1, but I'll check in just a second. And then as the final member, I'm using Vindicta. So that's so we've got these 2 here. We've got Certus, we've got Thaddeus, and then we've got Vindicta, who's actually all the way down here. She is again a heavy weapons character, but the main reason I use her is for her splash damage with her passive, as well as the fact that she can activate and then deal 2 damage. She's also got the flame, multi-hit. She's a decent character for heavy weapon as well. Characters are capped at common there. So they're kind of capped at common, so we don't kind of have to worry about investing in them too high. You can see here Stone 1 is the maximum there, 2 stars. So even if you've got the weak characters or anything like that, you're able to bring them in. All right, so here's the match that I've recorded here ready for you guys. So we've got, obviously I'm going second here versus this guy called Thunder Punch there. So you can see the map here, and the first thing that I always go down to do is hit this danger zone thing, because it's incredibly helpful as long as they don't have Thaddeus. So that's going to bring this up, and that's going to show us exactly where we're in range of. Now, there's a couple things to keep in mind here. First of all, as I said, if they've got Thaddeus, this is going to get kind of thrown off, because Thaddeus has like a massive kind of range and stuff like that. The other thing to keep in mind here is that any movement skills, like from the big mech dude here, for Boss Golguts, or from Markatep, if Markatep gives them an extra range, then they will basically get an extra range here, and this danger thing does not take into account those passives or that active from Golguts. So you kind of got to keep that in mind. All right, so from here, my kind of first move, what should I do? So I've obviously got a few different characters here. Thaddeus, I think I'm going to move like over to here. Careful to not kind of bring him inside this zone here, but I think that here he is going to get hit by Golgoths, but I don't think Golgoths is going to kill him. We'll kind of see here. We've got obviously Calandus. I want to bring Calandus all the way up to the front so we can bring her up here. So that way she's able to just immediately snipe anyone that comes in here. And then I'll bring, I'll bring Certus up next to her so that way he's able to snipe as well. So that means anyone who comes here or tries to approach these points, they're going to have these two snipers kind of hitting them there. I've obviously got Vindicta here. Now, I want Vindicta to get close. I want her to be able to kind of go second and stuff like that. But the issue is that these three slots here are filled up now. So I kind of need to figure out where I want to put her. I'm going to put her right here. So that way she's able to move up. If they get close enough, then she's going to be there. And then Athena, I'm just going to bring like in behind here, like where these two are. So that way, immediately as soon as these guys all move up, then she's going to be able to still provide her crit to them. She's going to be able to use her movement and everything. All right, so here we go. So you can see here, I was debating actually moving Calandus up an extra point, but then I realized that's actually in danger there. Sometimes I move Calandus up as kind of like a bait character, especially because she is fairly tanky against those melee characters and everything, but I wanted to kind of keep her back. I didn't want to bring her too forward, especially because of the fact they've got like Harken and stuff like that. Harken kind of rips through any armor and potentially is going to be able to survive and be able to kill by Calandus. So here we go. So they're kind of shuffling forward a little bit here. You can see they kind of moved Immerspec up there. Calandus came and took 1 point already, but luckily I'm outside of their range. If I was within range of this Calandus, like if I had have gone here, and you can see there, so that was one huge thing there, was that they used the Golgoths and used his active ability. So that way he did his Warg and charged forward. He came in down here, which would have been fine, and he would have potentially been able to take out Thaddeus, but I actually managed to take him out with both Calandus and with Certus there. So Thaddeus being here was kind of like a little bit of a bait there, which is great. Alrighty, so then from here, where do we go from here? Obviously, we've got to get 4 more points. You can see up the very top here, it's basically like first to 5 points. Each one of these objectives is a point, so as long as you are controlling it, then you have a point. You don't even have to stay on it or anything long like that. It's like you capture it, and then as long as someone else doesn't go on it, you still got it. Each time you kill someone off as well, it's another point. So you can see here we've already killed Golgoths there, so, and he's captured this. So from here, what our aim is to get the rest of these points, hopefully this turn, to be able to kind of continue on. So we've got Calandus here. Now, Calandus does have a height advantage against the Harken over there, which is great because that means that we're going to deal additional damage. So I'm going to use Calandus down here to take out Harken, and then from there, if I use her active ability, then I can move as well. So I can move up here. And then I'm going to be able to capture this spot, which is good. I'm going to be able to capture a spot, take out Harken. That's 2 points. So that means that we just need basically 3 more points, and then boom, we're done. So from there, basically Vindicta is where I'm going to go from there, because I think Vindicta is probably one of my favorite characters to kind of use here. We've got Thaddeus there to be able to buffer up. So I'm going to move Vindicta over to here and then use her flame to be able to take out the Bernie dude here. The buggy dude, Aleph Null. So if I do this, then potentially as well, it's going to take out him. Now I do have, I believe, a slight height advantage here. It's really hard to be able to tell the height advantages sometimes. I think I have like 1 height advantage here, which means I'm going to be able to take him out. But I should be able to at least deal a fair bit of damage here. From there, we've got a couple other things we can do. We've got obviously Athena here, who we can move up, capture this point there, or we could take Athena over and kind of take out Immerspec, and then we've got Thaddeus here, who we can also hit Immerspec with. So we've got a few different options here to be able to take out. So you can see what I end up going with here is using the active ability here on Calandus, take out the Harken, move up here here. I was hoping to be able to move up all the way. This also stopped the Overwatch here because he becomes tankier when she kind of uses her active there. So there, boom. And then we've just got one more there. I actually end up doing, like, ignoring the MS spec there and just taking that out with Certus there. And you can see there, that's basically how I played that match. There was not really any time during that I was kind of worried, especially once we kind of took that Galgots out. Take that Galgots out with the 2 Overwatch here was great. Thaddeus, I think, is really the MVP here because of the extra damage that he gives, as well as Athena. Like, Athena plus Thaddeus is like... just buffing these 2 snipers up so much, it's crazy. But I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think of this video? Let me know down in the comments. That's it for today. Have a great day and goodbye.